morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Day 4 of gratitude. So, write again the 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 new things. And today we're going to tap our outline, our boundary. So, come sit on your mat and we'll start with that practice. Come. So, sit whatever way you do, cross legged, straight legged as you wish. And then just begin a bit like Tarzan. I'm going to take my microphone off because otherwise it would be really, really bad. So great. So just begin to tap like Tarzan. And just get a sense of, like, I travel from left to right then across the collarbone. And it's a really light tapping. So I'm just tapping lightly. Just banging like Tarzan. Just tapping. Nice. And then just with the flat of your hands, begin to tap down the outside of your arms. Up into your shoulders a bit. Maybe you get your whole arms. Nice. And then down your chest, down to your belly. And then leaning forward, banging into the back of your body. How high up, I kind of turn my hands backwards and my thumbs bang up towards my shoulder blades, sides of my ribs, belly. Right leg. So your foot. First frost was this morning. Oh my God, I don't know if any of you are still, and Kathleen still is, walking in the morning, June in the morning. Other side, right leg, left leg. Nice, and then really lightly on your face. Just like fingertips, face, head, back of your head, and your ears, and just travel around a bit and maybe sigh a few times. Just feel the feeling of your head and your face. Nice, and then just really lightly on your chest, and almost like, can you feel it in your breath? Like that thing Nice. And then just rest for a moment. So can you feel your outline right now? Can you feel the sense of the outer edges of your body? Are both sides even and equal? Do you feel more? I feel tingling and a sense of aliveness and a sense of vibrancy. And then there's some places that feel a little bit less to me. I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. But I'm just noticing. I'm not judging it. I'm not putting stories into it. So, so interesting. Sitting with that for a moment, really deepen your breath down into your belly. Nice. And then come rest into your child's pose. Come. And then resting into your child's pose, just have a sense of your arms are long, your knees are folded, your bum is moving back towards your heels. And then keep a track of that boundary or the outline of you. Come into a cat pose and begin to round and arch. Can you get a sense of just the skin of you, the outer edges of you as you round your back and as you arch your back? That's one more time. Rounding your back, arching your back. Good. Come into a cat pose or downward dog. So pull your heels backwards. Draw back through your heels. Round your back. So for me to round my back, I kind of come into a half kind of weird little plank thing. And then to arch my back, I bend my knees. Round my back. Arch. So whatever way you round and arch here. What's your rounding and arching practice in your downward dog? That's one time. So walk forward. Pause for a moment in your forward fold. Belly's on your thighs. Bend your elbows. Or if that feels too heavy on your spine, just bring your elbows to your knees. Just hang forward. Maybe you encourage the backs of your knees to lengthen a little bit more. Sit bones to rise. Belly to soften down onto your thighs. Rib cage to really melt downwards. Elbows are heavy. Head is heavy. Again, use gravity. So on the exhalation, can you glide a little bit deeper? Nice. Bend your knees a lot, and then straighten your legs. Not even a lot. Bend your knees, straighten your legs. Bend your knees, straighten your legs. Bring your elbows to your knees, bring your hands to your knees. Come all the way up, bring your hands to your hips. I'm going to step my feet a little bit wider. Roll into your pelvis. And notice the moment of rounding and of arching. There's a moment where you're folded in the spine and then extending in the spine. And then roll in the other direction. Nice, cool. So stand to the front of your mat. Reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, reaching really long and tall. And then bending your elbows, bending your knees, coming down, hands to the floor, round your back deeply. Hands to your shins, lift your spine, look forward. Hands to the floor, round your back deeply, slide the right foot back. Slide the left foot back. Plank pose. You're rounding into the spine. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. From here, bring your fingers wide, squeeze your bum, lift your toes, tuck your chin in as you rise, and feel them. The spine is doing it by itself. So I'm pulling my shoulders away from my ears. I'm drawing my shoulders back. I have a sense of deep engagement in the back of the body. Keep that engagement and just push lightly. I'm not pushing so that my spine doesn't stops engaging. I'm encouraging and engaging. Nice. Either bring your elbows down or bring your hands down. Drop your head, lift your belly first. Push back into your downward dog. Really lengthen back. Just feel that there's that rebound. So as you push into the ground with your hands, feel that your hips are moving backwards. As you push into the ground with your feet, your legs are getting longer. Imagine that your arms and your legs are like tectonic plates that are meeting in the Himalayas of your hips. That's a new one. That's quite cool actually. So yeah, so be push down into the floor, push down into the floor, and just feel the rising deeply up through the pelvis to the hips. Super. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly roll it up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. And you're really encouraging rounding as you come down. Hands to your shins. Arching as you rise. Hands to the floor. Rounding as you stretch your left leg back. Rounding as you stretch your right leg back. Knees to the floor. I'm staying rounded as I lower down. And then I come into arching. So be as clean as you can, that you're cleanly rounding, and then rounding up. Belly lifts first. Push back. Still rounded with my legs straight. Lengthening deeply backwards. Find the Himalayas in your pelvis. Nice. Step the left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to knees. Slowly roll up. Reach your arms wide, arching through the spine. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. So Yes. So bring your left hand to just hang beside you, okay? And then your right elbow, bend it. And bring your right elbow to the outside of the left knee, okay? So this is a flowing movement that will turn into a pose in a moment. And then come to stand up straight. And my hand is beside my head, and then I pull my right elbow back. And then I reach my right arm long, and I look back. Okay, as always, listen to your shoulder as you extend. Bend your elbow. Swing your elbow down to the outside of the left knee. Rise. Pull your elbow back first and then extend your arm. I like my left hand behind my back, but see what you want to do. Elbow to the outside of your knee. Reach your right arm back. So as you come down, round your back. As you stand, open the chest, extend. Rounding your back as you come down. You're rounding and twisting. Here you're arching and twisting. Nice, rounding and twisting. Extending and twisting. Nice, one more time. Elbow down to the outside of the left knee. Pause there. Push your elbow down and then bring your two hands to touch. So round your back. Yeah, it's not so interesting to round your back here. Arch your back, and suddenly I'm like, whoa, arching my back is really cool here because my left shoulder engages and I have a sense of the length of my spine. So try it again, round your back. Kind of boring, not really good. And then when I arch, I'm like, oh, I can feel my hips, my legs engage, my spine lengthens. I feel this opening through my chest. So arch your back. You can keep your hands where they are, or you can reach the left hand straight up towards the ceiling. Arching your back. So opening the chest, drawing your ribs forward. Super cool. Bend your elbow. Pause. Right, so right hand hangs beside you. Bring your left elbow to bend, and then bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Stand all the way tall. Pull your elbow backwards, and then extend your arm. Bend your elbow, bring it down. Again, I'm going to bring my right hand behind my back, but just experiment for you. When I brought my hand to my hip, it kind of got in the way, but it can just hang beside you as you move. For me, it creates a really clean line to have my hand behind my back, but there's no pain for me, there's no discomfort. I'm really moving very wholesomely. Elbow down to the outside of the right knee. Elbow back. One more time. Elbow down. Elbow back. Hand goes along. Right, elbow down to the outside of your knee. Pause. Bring your two hands together. And just try rounding. So your forehead comes towards your hands. Your spine lifts behind you. Yeah, it's okay. Arching. Whoa, that's so cool. So try it again. Head comes towards your hands, rounding. Arching. Just arching is like the sun comes out. Nice. Stay where you are or reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Super cool. Bend your elbow. Oh, pull your shoulders, big circle. Nice. Really cool. Roll in the other direction. Right, so come sit on the floor. Whatever way you do. How do you sit down? Bring your hands, soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Bring your hands to your shins. And so we're going to pull on our shins and sit up really tall. And really tall for me is that my belly moves forward. So the tendency here is that there's a rounding in the back, and then we tend to try and lift just our head and chest. So if you feel like you can't move the pelvis, then put something underneath your bum. Like a book, pillow, a yoga block, a bolster. So that when you pull, you should feel the weight of your pelvis moving forward. And then rock back. So just feel that. Can you rock, round, and arch? And I'm really pulling with my hands. When I round, I feel it drawing backwards. Arch. I feel this deep sense of lengthening into the inner thighs. Arch. Round. And I'm going to start moving a little bit deeper up into the chest. I'm moving my head more. But my head is an extension of my spine. My head isn't alone. I'm not throwing it backwards. Dear God, no. So it's more that the movement of my head helps my chest open. So it's my chest that I'm focusing on more so than anything where you drop your head back. Don't drop your head back. Lift your chest. So we're going to do the same movement, but now we're not going to do it with our hands holding. So reach forward with your hands around your back. And then bring your hands behind you. Lift your chest. Reach forward, round your back. Hands behind you. Lift your chest. And I'm pushing into the floor to do that. One more time. Rounding. And then you go back. Nice. Pause there. Tuck your chin in. Look down towards the floor. Lift your chest more. I'm going to walk my hands a tiny bit more back. Fingertips are strong on the floor. So there's no exact way that I want your fingertips. So for some people, their thumbs will be facing their bum and their fingers away. For some people, their fingers will be facing their bum. Some people, it's wide. For me, it's wide. That's what suits my shoulders. And as I breathe, I'm lifting more and more into my chest. The inhalation is rising to the whole front of my belly. And the exhalation is settling. One more time. Nice. Release. Right. So stretch your legs out long. Cool. So bring your right elbow down to the outside of your left knee. And then sweep your right elbow back. And imagine you can bring your right elbow down towards the floor. But it's not going to get there. Okay. Right elbow forward to the outside of your left knee. And my left hand reaches back when I do that. And then left elbow back. And again, my left hand reaches forward. So my left hand is counterbalancing what I'm doing with my torso. So it's doing the opposite of my arm. Forward. As always. So we're really deepening into the power of our torso, the flexibility of our spines. So go really slow. We've got a whole month to do this. We've got forever to do this. So it's not about getting as deep as you can today and then not being able to do it tomorrow. It's doing a really small and incremental strengthening and opening so that you can also do it tomorrow. Other side, left elbow to the outside, left elbow back. So shrink the goal, just turning up and moving in a really gentle and wholesome way is the practice, which is an incrementally steady and powerful way of increasing wellness. Not one big strong class, and then you're like, oh, that's me done now. No. Steady, progressive. Nice, one more time. Cool, come lie down. And just tap again, just a gentle tapping. Right. Cross your chest, arms, legs, feel the boundary of your legs. Belly. And then rest. Just notice the sensations in your body. So these are moments where I start to do those sighs, those physiological sighs, where I take a breath and then there's another breath that goes over the top of it. So just do a few now. A few of those like breath, breath, and a really deep exhalation. Right. Just sway your knees from side to side. Maybe squeeze your knees up towards your chest. Find some way of deeply nourishing or supporting your lower back. Pausing, really settling into the weight of you, the connection of your body to the floor. So following on from ground last month, did you walk outside in the grass today? Did you notice the stars were like, oh my God, they were incredible. The temperature of the air was delicious. It was cool and crisp. The grass was really cold. So are you practicing all those things we did before? I'm doing things from light, so I'm lighting my candle, doing my oil. There's all these small things that we're going to keep pulling forward, things that you enjoy. You're going to keep pulling forward. So write 3 things is all you have to really do for today, or you don't even have to do that. See what you feel like you want to engage with. Just turning up and moving is loads. Oh, and welcome, PJ. I think you're from Mayo somewhere. So welcome to the tribe. You're very, very welcome. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Another wonderful day of gratitude. And I am so grateful. Yeah, this makes my day. Super. I'll see you tomorrow. Be awesome, be epic, be you. And yeah, great. Ciao, ciao.